We got the real ones in the building. That's what's going on. We are back again. Much appreciate every single one of you. My baller.
I'll say this now.
We do need a striker now, right? But we are not getting big France, we want to win, make it happen. We are shot fired. Arsenal had made off a player, made off a player. We want to back context.
The problem I think Arsenal had is also what Man United did.
We're sitting there back in a 4-year process. These man that you're referring to, they are my level. Big up White for lovely man watching from Poland. I don't give a who the manager is. I just want my club to operate at the standards that I expect.
Maybe you watch that stream after there's a championship player and he's like,
it's like until this ownership and managers know Arsenal ain't winning anything. Now make sure you are hitting the like button. Shots fired.
oh, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It is Sunday, the 24th of March, 2024. Big up all the real ones. We are back for a Sunday lunch. I haven't even ate yet. I'm talking about lunch. Haven't even ate. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Imagine that, bro. I had a late night, early morning still, and still haven't even eaten yet. Big up all the real ones in the building. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Do appreciate every single one of you. We're going to be running through a number of different things today. Southgate, blood. He is a fraud, isn't he? He stinks. He absolutely stinks, blood. We're going to touch on England. I was watching the game yesterday. I was at my boy's house. There was probably about 15 of us there. Vibes in. The game was on. Weren't really invested in the game. You know, to be quite fair, you know, you guys know how I feel about international duty, blood. I'm not the one for it. I'm not the one for it, especially when you got Gareth Southgate driving the driving that England bus. Makes no sense. And there you have it. Brazil slapping up England. Oh, Kyle Walker out injured, looking good for us. Pretty awesome, eh? Big up FJT in the building. I see you, my brother. I see you. Big up John. Big up Abdullah. Big up all the guys that are joining the stream. Make sure we're hitting the like button. Got a number of interesting stories that we are going to be touching on. Manu, Kone, and Morgan Gibbs White being linked with a move to Arsenal. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be touching on that. Kai Havertz scores again. Kai Havertz, man like King Kai. Is that the right title, King Kai, or is that the delusion? That is definitely the delusion. All right, cool. We know it's the delusion. There's some interesting takes online. Thomas Tuchel. There's a few others. Even Jorginho talking about Kai Havertz. So we will react to that video as well. There is quite a lot to go through. Some interesting stories which I was just reading as I was going live, actually. One racist Don. Hey, I don't know what these guys are on, bruv. These guys in the football world are getting carried away. They think they can just chuck out any type of wild takes and not get, get punished. That man needs to get punished, blood. You got this former Norwich City sporting director, Stuart Webber. He has apologized for suggesting black football players could have ended up in jail had they not forced successful careers in the game. Wow, guys are out here screaming wild things. Wild things. I mean, he's got a point. He has a valid point, I can't lie, you know, and there's bare man in the game that changed their lives and become football players. If they didn't become football players, they would have probably headed down the wrong road, of course. He has a point there, but it's just wild. And he's come out and apologized. You know, everyone's going to jump on those type of takes. He's come out and apologized, and yeah, it's a mad thing, man. It is so mad these days with the way people feel like they can just come out here and say whatever they want to say, man. It is absolutely crazy. Big up all the real ones in the building. I see you, man. John, what are you saying, John? I ain't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. We've got Saka's older brother here as well. I see you. And man said that's racist. Big up King Creo. Good to see you back in the building, my guy, man. Much appreciate you each and every time. Come on, big up Naga Gunner in the building. Wayne Hennessy in the building. I didn't have Hennessy last night, bro. I was on a Kavos. Big up DS Electronics. He says 29 wearing the crown. Bloody hell, we getting delusional this morning. It's not even the morning. Well, it might be morning for some of you guys. It's afternoon for me. 12:38 to be precise. All right, cool. What we talking about firstly? Kai Havertz. You know what? We might as well start with England. Should we start with England? Yeah, England. Gareth Southgate. He could potentially find himself at Manchester United. I was asking my friends about this over the weekend. They're like, no, there's no way Gareth Southgate can become the new Manchester United manager. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you think this is, but Radcliffe is on a next wave right now. Radcliffe isn't joking. You got to question whether Radcliffe knows what he's doing. Is he going to be taking Manchester United into the right direction? Gareth Southgate, is that the right appointment? Would that be the right appointment? Manchester United fans, how would you feel about Gareth Southgate, the fraud, the absolute fraud? Because that's what he is, man. Look, I told you I wasn't really invested in the England game yesterday, but the moment I see 1-0, I was like, yeah, it was inevitable. It was inevitable. I'm not even the Brazilian team. You see this Brazilian team, they're not even that great. Let's be totally honest. Not the Brazilian team of old. Got a few quality players. Endrick being a 17-year-old standout performer, scoring as well against England. How embarrassing. Big him up. But for England, it's embarrassing, you know, all the quality that you have out there. But Brazil, then it's not the same team. They're not the same team that we used to see, you know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Of course, they've got quality players, but man, come on, Gareth. You can do more than that. People are going to say, oh, yeah, but Saka wasn't there. This one wasn't there. Listen, England had a good enough team to actually get a result out of the game, and they didn't. And the reason why they didn't is because they're playing dead football under a dead manager called Gareth Southgate. And he could be the next Manchester United manager, which will be interesting to see. Brazil aren't it. That's what I'm saying. They're not that anymore. They're not that anymore. Team Spain will probably beat them. I don't even think the Spain. What's happened? Why is my mic on mute, blood? What the fuck just happened there? What just happened there? Let me just double check this. Weird things. Okay, we seem good now. We seem good. We seem good now. Are we back? Wax, you're miming. Why the fuck did it just do that to me, blood? I'm back now, though. No sound. You're still telling me no sound. We back. We back? Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, good. Yeah, so Endrick being the star of the show yesterday, making it happen. 17 years old, born in 1994. No. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. 1994, I was going to say, but he'd be older than my brother if he was born in 1994. So he's 17 years old. I think he was the youngest goal scorer. That's what that means. Youngest goal scorer since Ronaldo, and he scored that goal in 1994. So incredible scenes, man. Plays for Real Madrid is going to obviously come through now and start making his way into this team at Real Madrid. And it's a shame. He was actually going to join the Premier League. Chelsea would have got their hands on him. He was actually destined for Chelsea, but yeah, he didn't go. He didn't go. Right, get back to Kone. Exactly. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. What a waste. Saka is carrying that England team with Rice, bro. I'm telling you, without Saka, they ain't nothing. Without Saka, they ain't nothing. Need more power on the mic. Is that what you're telling me, blood? More power on the mic. All right, let me look at this this shorting. What are you telling me, blood? What's going on here? Oh, it's had to quit unexpectedly. I don't know why. I do apologize, but I have to sort the mic levels out after, you know. I do apologize, otherwise we'll be here. Technical issues, man. Technical issues. FJT says, no, it's good. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let's not get distracted now. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Okay, so yeah, Endrick, man, what a player, what a performer. I love the tenacity of his game, the way he moves, the running, the movement, the passing, the one touch and move. He's just on it, blood. He's on it. And this is definitely one for the future. This is going to be someone in the next 2-3 years that's going to be like one of the biggest names in the game. Sound's gone again. How? What are you telling me? Are you trying it, blood? The sound's gone again. It hasn't told me that on my end. Bloody hell. What the hell's going on? There you go. He's trying to palm me, blood. It's his dead phone, blood, or his computer. Gareth Southgate, man. What are England gonna do, man? What are England gonna do? Who are we gonna move on to? What manager are England gonna get next? Big up Manu, made his debut for England as well. Incredible young player, man. Incredible young player. Again, I didn't really see what he done, but overall this season he has been one of the most standout performers in the Premier League, if you have to be totally honest. And for his age, 18 years old, you wouldn't have expected him to be carrying a Man United team on his back, because that's what this young kid is doing. That is what this young kid is doing. Do you reckon Arsenal would have a chance of pouncing on Mano and getting him at the carpet? Saka, Gordon be my wingers. Even Bowen was better. Foden yesterday. Foden fails to deliver for England every time. Even Rashford was pony. Yeah, Rashford's dead, man. Rashford was looking absolutely wasteful yesterday. I saw glimpses of him at the back post, like mistiming his jump, not being able to get his head on the back of, not being able to get his head on the ball. Like, come on, man, this guy's dead now. Rashford's lost it. He has to leave Manchester United in order to revive his career. He needs another manager. He needs another environment. He needs other players around him. Otherwise, he's going to be that fraud. Arsene Wenger for England. Can you imagine? Waxing Southgate and his assistant disrespected Ben White. I am done with him. Ranieri better than Mano. Clear. They're two different type of midfielders. I think Ranieri's more of an advanced player. I see the goal that he scored over the weekend. And it was a really good goal. Couple step overs in there. Yeah, Ethan Ranieri's got tech, man. He's definitely got tech. But I think Mano's more of a 6 and Ranieri's more of an 8. Probably could play the 10 role. But I'm liking what I'm seeing of these young players, man, especially the ones at Arsenal. Let's just hope Mikel Arteta breaks them through. This should be the summer, or next season should be the season where we really see these young players get embedded into this team, because we've got some interesting players there. Obviously, there's the situation with Kyle Walker now. This is looking good for England. It's looking good for Arsenal. Kyle Walker, Haaland, couple players over there at Man City looking like they've got some injuries. I'm not too sure how serious this Kyle Walker one is. Gareth Southgate on Kyle Walker's injury says we don't know yet. He was feeling something, but he is not a player who is injured very often, so he's not quite certain what it is. So it's something we have to assess in the coming days. Let's hope he's torn his calf or pulled a groin or something. Something serious, so we don't have to play him in a couple of days. It's not even long. How many is that? 6 days? 6 days until we play Man City, ladies and gentlemen. 6 days. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Wax, what do you think on the development of Sambi Lokonga on loan to Luton? I think his development has gone really well. He's had a few injuries as well that's kept him out of the team. But what I've seen of Sambi at Luton, blood, the guy's been incredible. He has been, I said it all along. I said, not all along. I hate to, blow my own trumpet, but I kind of reminded you guys the other day one of the reasons I reckon it was so beneficial for Lokonga to go to Luton is because Luton are going to be a team under a lot of pressure. They're going to be doing a lot of defending. One of Sambi Lokonga's weaknesses is defending, is the awareness that you see, that the defensive awareness. When you're playing as a 6, you need to know how to read the game. You need to know what's behind you. You need to be able to know what's going on. Sambi Lokonga wasn't getting it as a 6 at Arsenal. He wasn't getting it. He was being outrun in midfield. He didn't know what positions to pick up. He looked like a headless chicken as a 6. So it made logical sense to send him on loan to Luton because he's going to have to defend. He's going to have to learn how to defend. Bro, you remember that ditching tackle that he put in a few weeks back? Yeah, that was incredible. I can't remember who it was. Who were they up against? It was a big game for Luton, and it was a flipping sick tackle. I know you, man, remember that Lokonga tackle from a few weeks ago. And it's not only that; it's just the positions he's taken up. He's becoming a real main player for Luton in that terms of dropping deep, collecting the ball, helping in the transition, getting back, being the anchor, doing that defensive job. And also spraying balls. And I always knew Lokonga could spray balls. He's got a good pass in him. So I said, maybe, just maybe, Lokonga could be the test the water player that we have for the next season. Let's see how he goes as a 6. Let's see how Lokonga can play with Declan Rice next to him. Because you see the balls that we're seeing Jorginho put on a plate for players, the way we've got Jorginho playing. Lokonga has those qualities. He has those qualities. He just doesn't have the defensive ones. But maybe that's changed. So let's see. Let's see. Wax, Sambi was sent to Luton for sole purpose of defending. Exactly. Now you cooking, Wax. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There we go. I understood it. That was against Manchester United. There you go. Bruno Fernandes. I remember now. Now you said Manchester United. I knew it was Bruno Fernandes. Last-ditch tackle. Sambi Lokonga put his heart on the line, blood. Man was working in that game. He was mad at the match. Anyway, so yeah, let's hope that this Walker thing is serious because we don't want him back in time for our game against Man City, which is literally 7 days. 7 days, blood. 7 days. Next Sunday, we're gonna be here watching Arsenal and Man City. How exciting are we, guys? Make sure we're hitting the like button to subscribe to the channel, all of that type of stuff. All of that. Another thing that I forgot to mention at the top of the stream, which I was actually planning to mention, is happy birthday to my baller, William Saliba. Yeah? My baller, William Saliba. I think he turns 23. Does he turn 23 today? I think he does turn 23 today. But it's his birthday today, man. William Saliba, it's his birthday today, man. Yeah, he turns 23 today. 23. Yes. Big up my guy, William Saliba, man. Big. I must have said the wrong word there. Mbappe has more or less let people know that everyone will know about what he is going to be doing before the Euros. Kylian Mbappe has said in his own words that people will know my future before the Euros. I'm very calm about it. My future is no longer a huge topic at the club. No one talks to me about it anymore. I will be at the Euros with my calm head, ready to do great things. And that is what Mbappe said. So it's interesting, man. I want to know what Mbappe is doing. Everyone wants to know. Everyone kind of puts all the money on Real Madrid, but you can't actually say Real Madrid right now. I just don't know why I feel like you can't say it. I need someone to come out and really confirm it. Even Carlo Ancelotti's not even confirming it. He said, you're happy. He's been asked, you're happy. He said, sorry, to Sky Sports, you are happy at Real Madrid. And then there's also Mbappe. No, I'm reading it wrong. He was asked by Sky Sports, my bad. He was asked by Sky Sports, you are happy at Real Madrid, and then there's also Mbappe coming. That's what they asked. Now, he didn't say that this is true, but he did say, remember that the most important thing is Real Madrid. It's a huge club. I'm proud of being their head coach. So he doesn't really confirm that Mbappe is coming, but it does look like that's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like that's happening. I'm looking forward to actually seeing Mbappe at Real Madrid. That team is going to be mad with Endrick in there. Endrick is going to become Endrick. Learning from Mbappe. I was seeing it in his game yesterday. If this young kid actually gets the opportunity to learn from Mbappe, this kid is going to be one of the best players we'll ever see. I'm telling you, he was looking so sick yesterday. He's only 17 years old. You know, you got people out here saying, let the youth develop. I get it. But mine's playing for Brazil at 17. You know, if your player is that guy, then listen, let him play. Let him play, blood. Because that's the most important thing for these players, man. That's how they're going to grow confidence. That's how you find the next Mbappe. That's how you find the next Endrick. Yeah, you want to find an Endrick? How are you going to do it? Not playing them? Letting them play for under 23s? Nah, man. But I get the points that people make about the young players. You got to slowly but surely get them involved, innit? If they're not ready, they're not ready. But it's only the coaching staff and the people that they're around on a day-to-day basis, as well as the player, that make that determination. So let's see, man. Ethan Nwaneri up next at Arsenal Football Club. Speaking of young players, Aston Villa could be forced to sell midfielder Jacob Ramsey to help avoid breaching profit and sustainability rules. Bruv, listen, you see this PSR thing, yeah? They're on everyone's necks. This is the first time I've actually seen the Premier League act with a level of incompetence, you know? With a level of competence, sorry. Because they're usually incompetent. And they're putting pressure on everyone. No one is getting away with everything. And I think COVID has a part to play in this as well, that period. But every team is shook, Alex. I'm telling you, blood. Everybody is trying to sell players. The PSR is on everyone's necks, telling everyone, listen, I want all your books. Give me everyone's books. The way Darth Vader explained it in a WhatsApp group yesterday, I have to be totally honest. If teams are operating like that, then listen, the Premier League have got a massive problem on their hands. And if they've got a massive problem on their hands like that, as described by Darth in the WhatsApp group, obviously we're not going to disclose what he said because we don't have factual evidence to prove that is the case. But if that is the case, then the Premier League have a massive, massive problem. And therefore, the pressure is going to be immense. Yeah, this is going to be like school assembly shit where they're telling man, make sure you sit down, cross your legs, cross your arms, don't sit up, don't make noises, and you just sing along. Yeah, you just sing along, blood. Yeah, she's jumping on the piano, I'm jumping on the guitar, and you, man, just sing along. Anyone that doesn't have their legs folded, anyone that doesn't have their arms crossed, and anyone that's not singing, listen, yeah, problems, point deductions, relegation threats, big money. Listen, the Premier League are not ramping. That's the point. They're not ramping. So everyone's under pressure right now. Did you see the Havertz goal v France? Literally, that goal was beautiful within 7 seconds. Within 7 seconds. The way they kicked off as well, and they literally all went. They all went. Germany looks scary when they all go for it. And they've got players, Musiala, Havertz, even Kai Havertz in terms of his movement and what he offers those type of players. Bro, they can be very, very scary. They can be very, very scary. But France really yesterday had a lot of chances. And they just look more dangerous. But I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It's just the way they're trying to get the ball into the final third. There was no cutting edge for France. No cutting edge, man. Big up Giroud, boy, 37 years old, still getting capped for France. Like, the guy's out here. The guy's out here. 37, still getting capped. Big Olivier Giroud. Oliver. Yeah, your name's Oliver, bro. Olivier, whatever the French saying is. Who did France play? They played Germany, blood. They lost 2-0, but France were turning up. But I don't know. They just lacked that cutting edge, man. When they were getting the ball into the final third, they weren't really penetrating the defense the way they should have been. And there were a couple of chances, but you know, it is what it is. Over the bar, wide. Yeah, it wasn't looking good. But Kai Havertz scored. Lovely pass from Musiala. Kai Havertz there made it look easy. And the goal that he scored yesterday is the goals that he will be scoring at Arsenal. He has been scoring at Arsenal. You know, you don't need him to do anything. Let's switch over to Kai. Let's talk about Kai. There's some interesting stuff that we want to talk about in terms of Kai Havertz. Where are we? Let's switch over to Kai Havertz because, you know, look, he's scoring goals. You know, a lot of pressure on Kai. A lot of pressure. In the football world right now, Kai Havertz probably receives, especially for Arsenal, the most pressure on social media, by the media. It can get really, really difficult for him, and it's good to see that he's actually just he's not fazed by it. You know, he's not phased. Come on, where's Kai Havertz, bro? Where's my Kai Havertz? I got the video that I want to watch with Kai Havertz, but where's the? There we go. We'll get this picture on the screen of Kai. So yeah, Kai scored his goal. And look, one thing about Kai Havertz is that he's starting to step up. He's starting to prove himself. And this is what we want. 65 million was a lot of money. 280k a week is a lot of money. You know, when you hear about those type of figures, and you look at what he's produced over that period, it's like, well, doesn't make any sense. Who made this deal happen? And so on that basis, there's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to come with a lot of talk, in it, and you know, it's about, can the player deal with it? Is he going to perform under that type of pressure? Is Mount still playing? Listen, we were going to sign Mount before we signed Kai Havertz. That's the reason why we went into the negotiation in the first place. And who broke this news the other day? Someone mentioned it the other day. So basically, Arsenal reached out to Chelsea. They wanted Mason Mount first. They tried to sign Mason Mount. For whatever reason, something happened. I think Manchester United got there first or something. So they turned their attentions to Kai Havertz. And I mean, luckily they did, because Kai Havertz has been the better ROI right now. And Mason Mount's out injured. And I don't even really feel Mason Mount like that. I don't think I don't really know what he's good at, to be quite fair. But with Kai Havertz, you can tell Kai Havertz has got the movement. Kai Havertz allows the other players to do what they do best. And as long as he floats like a ghost, yeah, we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him some sort of ghost, but not in a negative way, not in a way where he goes missing. But he's like a ghost that just floats. You know, do you know what I mean? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? He's a ghost that floats. You don't necessarily need much from Kai Havertz. That's what it is. You don't need much from him. Just let him float and let him be a part of the build-up. That's it. That's it. He doesn't need to hog the ball. He doesn't need to he doesn't even need the ball anywhere near the 18-yard box. Bruv, just give him the ball whilst he's in the 18-yard box, and that's it. That's it. Little simple balls. And Kai Havertz will put them away. And it's because of his movement that he will always find the space, always leave a defender, lose a defender. You know, like the poltergeist. Yes, the poltergeist, Kasper Kai. We need to find a name for him, but one that's not got a negative meaning. We don't want it to be like, oh yeah, he's ghosting because he's shit. He's ghosting because it's his playing style. He's a ghost. He floats. The poltergeist. The poltergeist. Oh, Kasper. Flipping. Now look at the names that man's putting in there. Kasper Kai. He goes invisible and then gets tap-ins. I mean, that's the truth, isn't it? But you know what it is? You have to also look at other things that he does. Because when you say he goes invisible and gets tap-ins, it's what he's doing when he goes invisible. That's what's so key. That's what people are missing. You know, when he goes invisible, it's what he's doing. And what he's doing at those moments is It's mind games because he's picking up spaces that make defenders think differently. He's if a defender's marking him, being the number 9, you know, you're always going to have a defender on a number 9. He knows how to lose a defender, and because of his anticipation on the right spaces and the right movement in that final third, in that 18-yard box, those cutback passes, those, you know, little moments, he's jumping on them. He's finding a way. He's finding a way, blood, and that's it. Like I said to you the other day, we don't need Kai Havertz to score bangers. We don't need him to score screamers. We don't need him to do anything spectacular. That's it. We just need him to be that tapping merchant. That's all we need, blood. You know, that's all we need. He reminds me of Berbatov, not going to lie. It's mad because I understand what people say, but technique-wise, he's not on their level. It's his movement. That's all it is. That's what reminds people of Berbatov and even a Dennis Bergkamp. Look, let's look at this now. Let's look at this now. So we've got some videos to react to. Let me get this up. Big up everyone in the building. Well over 100 people locked into this. Make sure we're hitting the like button. Much appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Let me know where you are watching from and how your weekend's been so far. Yesterday, I was out till late with my brother and some of it and a lot of these boys. And yeah, got waved. Got waved. Didn't really watch England. It was on though. It was one of my boys' birthday, so we vibed. Yeah, we vibed. But this is what I wanted to look at. Kai Havertz and what different people feel about Kai. Starting with Thomas Tuchel. Some of you guys probably have seen this before, but let's listen to what these guys have got to say, and then we'll give our opinions.
I think, how do you see Havertz? Do you see him as a 9?
And obviously, this is when he was a Chelsea manager, of course.
A half 9 or a rotate? No 9.
A half 9. Does that exist? Does that exist? Does a half 9 actually exist? Doesn't make any sense. I've never heard of a half 9. Damn, the game's gone mad.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
I see a kind of a bit of Dennis Bergkamp, Robin van Persie.
You know, like, again, when he mentions these players and he says Berbatov here as well, it's just about their movement. I promise you, it's nothing about the technique, blood. Nothing about the technique, because the technique of those players that you just mentioned there, Dennis Bergkamp, Van Persie, I'm glad that they were 2 Arsenal players, and obviously Berbatov. The technique of those players was worldly technique. Like their touch, their ball control, their shooting technique, like all of those type of things were at a next level. Kai Havertz don't have that. When Thomas Tuchel was mentioning those names, I personally think he mentions the movement of those players, the movement, the way those players moved. Van Persie was good at moving and picking up space. Van Persie it's like, you see Van Persie, sometimes he lacked a bit of composure at times, yeah. But it's like it's Van Persie's timing within that space. He knew that he could take his time in that space. Same as Bergkamp, same as Berbatov. They knew how much time. They were very calculated in certain spaces, and that's Kai Havertz. He is calculated in spaces. He knows when to take, how many touches to take, or not when to take too many touches, or so, you know, those little things. And then it's about the off the ball movement. What space is he picking up? Is that if you're a clinical guy with that type of movement and space, then you're a Dennis Bergkamp, then you're a Van Persie, then you're a Berbatov. But he's not clinical. Do you understand? So what you then do with that movement is you use it for the other players that he has around him, the Sakas, the Martinellis. But then the great thing about those type of players is that they've also got the ability to pull it on a plate for a player like Havertz, who's always finding space. So as long as he's finding space and he's in that 18-yard box or the 6-yard box, bro, little tap-ins, that's it. It's his movement. That's the most important thing. His movement. Big up Bermuda Gune says we need to determine the fitness of the Gooners. Our team's going to be fit, bro. Our team's going to be fit. Thank you so much for the super chat. Our team's going to be fit, ready, raring to go for this Man City game, if that's what you're talking about. When's Ireland playing England? I don't even know. Intelligence says Greeny man. Yeah, absolutely. There you go, man. He's got that movement, man. He's got that movement. I like it. His technique ain't all there. It is getting better, like Arsenal Avenger says. It definitely is getting better, but he's not on Dennis Bergkamp and them man technique level anyway.
Berbatov kind of player.
Yeah.
He
Well, this
can
is how
play
he
in the
plays.
half position, I think, because he has
Now, this is very, very interesting what he says here. He can play in the half position because he has good runs. Exactly, he does have good runs. His timing of his runs are on point as well. Even the other day, the goal that he scored when he come off the left-hand side, it was the run and the timing of that run and the ball across from Jorginho. It was fucking, pardon my language, sorry. It was beautiful. Absolutely a beautiful goal, beautiful bit of movement. And the timing of that run was so on point. And these are things that Kai Havertz offers to the team. And whether he's clinical enough to finish his chances, there is someone there that should be clinical enough to finish those chances, or vice versa. If someone else has put the ball onto a plate and he's got that space and that movement and he puts himself in the right position, I'm sure he's going to put away those easy chances, mate.
has good runs, but he is also feels free from the 9 and creates overloads to one side, and he arrives in the
That's it. And that's another good point, the overloads. And we do know Mikel Arteta likes to play with a lot of overloads, overload in the left channel, the right channel, and as he says, he gives the players the opportunity to do that.
He's prepared to go out here, isn't he?
So if I put Granit and Kai and I ask you who is more physical, what would you say?
Granit.
Yeah? One is 191, huh? It depends for what is physical. No, physical is to run, running behind, to run forward, to tackle. Depends. So we'll fit in within the qualities that we have. That's for sure.
I want to talk about Kai Havertz because you played with him at Chelsea, and much like yourself, and I want to come back to this in a little second. He's one of those players people struggle to understand, but he's very good when he's playing. A little misunderstood at Arsenal. What is he like to play with?
For me, he's an unbelievable player, to be honest. As a player, he has these qualities, his intelligence. It's funny because you look at him and you think he's not fast, and he's fast. And then you think he's not strong because maybe he looks skinny, but then he goes to the challenge and he's strong. So maybe it takes a little while for people to understand his qualities and what he brings to the team, but how much effort he put in and how much hard work he put in, and his qualities just come out all of a sudden when his confidence is high as everyone else.
One point I wanted to, just quickly touch on there was the fact that he said the speed of Kai Havertz. He doesn't look fast. People don't think he's fast. In the season where Kai Havertz actually scored 20 goals in the Bundesliga, he was deemed the fastest player in the league. The fastest player in the league. Now, I don't know what that says for the league or for Kai Havertz's season. That season, like the quality and what he was producing that season, he was on fire. Or is it just the league's a shit league? Like, come on, because he does look slow. I haven't really seen Kai Havertz at full pace in the Premier League. Maybe he's not being used in that capacity. He clearly isn't. But that move the other day that we saw with the Jorginho pass, we did see a little bit of a acceleration from him in that moment. He did look like he had something there. Havertz is a baller. Zeno, I agree. Mikel should play Wineri. Big up Zeno in the building. But love and respect to you. A9 says, too cool hype. Mo says, yo, bring back Partey. We need to see Partey next to Rice. DS Electronics says, wax, Jorginho is spot on about Kai with the speed, and he is very fit and strong. He is. I mean, he gets himself stuck in. He doesn't shy away. Ironically, Shai Havertz, he doesn't shy away from getting stuck in, does he? He actually does get stuck in. He gets a leg in. He gets dirty. Sometimes I think he gets overly dirty, pulling on shirts a bit too much. He doesn't necessarily need to do it, especially in areas where we can make something happen here, and you've just pulled on a shirt and had man dropped to the floor or been given a yellow card, or he's got long legs. That's another reason why he's fast. Maybe Got 170 Gunner saying Arteta out. Sounds like he's by himself at the moment. Jose should go to England if he's so great. Jose Mourinho. Yeah, God bless you as well, Zeno. Nothing but love and respect to you, my guy, man. I hope you were doing well. He grew several inches after Leverkusen, says Peppermint Freedom. Peppermint Freedom, what a name. What a name. But yeah, as I was saying, Jorginho does have a point about his speed. He was the fastest guy in the Bundesliga before he left to come to Chelsea. Who are we over? What, we Chelsea over here? What's going on? Before he left to join Chelsea and then came to us over here at Arsenal. But it looks like we're getting the best version of Kai, and this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm love to see. You know what I mean?
He's such a huge player, like huge. I'm telling you, this guy is so good.
You definitely know Jorginho had a massive input in getting Kai Havertz over the line when it comes to joining Arsenal, talking to Arteta, really convincing Arteta as well, all blatantly.
And I hope that everyone can appreciate it. If you know football, it's not possible that you don't like Kai. It's impossible.
I think
I don't know about that one. I think that last take was a bit wild there. If you love football, it's impossible for you not to like Kai. I think that one's a bit wild, you know, because obviously there's been some incredible players. And like I said, Kai Havertz doesn't really do anything spectacular, but we don't need him to do anything spectacular. We just need him to do the basics. All we need from you, Kai Havertz, is we just need you to use your movement. Use your movement, use your running, and we'll be fine. And make sure you're just in and around the 6-yard box for when Saka and Martinelli or Trossard or Odegaard put balls on plates. Yeah, because they'll be putting balls on plates in that 6-yard box. Where are you? I need to see that you're there. That's all I need from him. That's all I need from him. So big up Kai. Like I said to you guys, my promise. What would I call it? A promise? What would I call this? Obviously, I said if Kai Havertz scores against Man City, I will be buying his shirt. Yeah, buying his shirt, name on the back, signed if I can, framed on the wall right behind me for every single stream that we do for the remainder of this season, or even for the whole of next season. Depends on how I feel. Yeah, but I will actually do it. He just needs to score against Manchester City. And the reason I'm doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not lying. You think I'm lying, blood? I swear to you, blood. I swear to you, I might not be able to get the signature. I might not go out of my way to try and get all the signature, but I promise you, if Kai Havertz scores against Man City, and the reason I say this, and look, France was a big game for him. He scored against a big club. But I said this because he doesn't score against the big clubs in the Premier League. All of the clubs that he's scored past for Arsenal, have been Luton's, Sheffield United's, all the dead clubs. So I said, all right, cool. Let Kai Havertz prove me wrong. Let Kai Havertz step up in a big game and prove me wrong. Yeah? If Kai Havertz scores against Man City, I buy the shirt with his name on the back and he goes in a fucking framed picture frame, yeah? Pardon my language again. I do apologize to YouTube and all the people under the age of 18. Any parents that are obviously watching maybe on their TV with their children in the background, I do apologize. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me or unsubscribe or dislike the video. Vibes. Sunday vibes. Make sure we are hitting the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate every single one of you. I'm there looking for my mouse. I'm like, bro, where's my mouse? I've got like 3 mouses on the table. Don't know what's going on here. Okay. So yeah, Kai Havertz, man, let him do his thing. Let's see what he can do, and I'll get that. I'll get that printed. I'll 100% get that printed. Okay. I don't know how old this video is, but this or this picture. I don't know what's going on. Cali Packs, obviously. Late nights last night. I told you, man. Drinking Cali. It got wild. It got really, really wild. So. But listen, these are the pictures that I want to see. I'll tell you that, mate. I want to see these pictures this summer. Yeah, Mikel Arteta and Edu on barbecues making it happen. Because every time you see these pictures floating on the net, and it's Edu especially, we know Edu is cooking. We know Edu's got something up his sleeve. Yeah. I need to see more of these pictures. Okay. All right. These pictures ain't negative. I know back in the day when we used to see these pictures, everyone used to get onto Edu. Oh, get off the barbecue and go and get us some transfers. No, guys. I think you are forgetting when Edu and Mikel Arteta are on the barbecue, they are really cooking in the transfer window. There is something that they are cooking. And it definitely isn't salad barbecues that they're doing, guys. They ain't putting cucumbers and tomatoes on that barbecue. I'm telling you, you can see that juicy meat. Eh? You can see it. Edu is back out with the barbecue, blood. We need him. Edu, if you can hear this, make sure you get on that barbecue right away. Rather watch Havertz on the pitch compared to Eddie. Absolutely. Okay, man. Then clip it. Watch Kasper Kai score at a game breaker. And what you're telling me, if Kai scores, I'm not going to get the flipping t-shirt. Come on, man. I'm going to get it, bro. Go, my guy. Man's going to get that. It's going to go right here. See here? It's going to go right there. You can see a picture of Kai Havertz's jersey, mate. Martinelli or Rodrigo, in your opinion? I'm going to be biased and say Martinelli. Okay, let's move on. Let's keep it moving. We've got some interesting topics, interesting transfers, ladies and gentlemen. Manu Kone, linked with Arsenal. Who else we got? We got quite a few bits and pieces, blood. I just showed you that these men are cooking on the barbecue. Things are happening. Let's quickly switch over. What we got going on over here? All right, let's start with this one. Usman Diomande and Inacio are 100% leaving Sporting Lisbon this summer. And this is interesting. This is two defenders that Arsenal have been heavily linked with for quite some time. And this will lead us on to the Victor Gyökeres stuff. I mean, there's not much on Victor Gyökeres. But, I mean, this makes me think, right? This makes me think, is Arsenal really in Portugal looking at Victor Gyökeres, or are we going to be pouncing on one of these centre backs? Because according to the reports, Usman Diomande and Inacio will leave Sporting this summer, with the club looking to earn at least 100 million euros from their sales. 100 million euros, that's 50 million euros each. One of them, Inacio, has a release clause in his contract. I think it's 52 million euros. So that works out to be a bit less than 50 million pounds. And then Usman Diomande, I'm not too sure what his value is, or what if he has a release clause. I presume he does. But 100 million is quite a lot of money. I've got a feeling that Arsenal are looking at one of these centre backs and not Victor Gyökeres. And I don't want that to be the case. And I really don't want anyone to feel upset, frustrated, and be like, no, man, Wax, don't do this to me on a Sunday afternoon, please. But you know what Arsenal are like? You know what they're like? It's like bro, you know what Arsenal are like? Arsenal's that team, right? That will make it look like we are super duper interested in one of this player, and all of a sudden we pull someone else out the bag. And it might be someone from the same team, or it might be someone from that country, but it's never the player that we think it's going to be. So I don't know. These two players will be leaving Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal have been, in the race for both of these players. So there could be something that happens. And then, with Victor Gyökeres at this moment in time, you've got Sporting Lisbon wanting to increase the release clause. They want to increase the release clause. With the amount of interest he is receiving from Europe's elite sides, it is very unlikely that the player will agree, though. And that's what these people were saying here. Obviously, don't take it for gospel, because I don't think they really know what's going on. But one point I did make the other day is that, look, if you are committed to your football club and you are asked about your future after 6 months, and you give optimism based on your answer, there's a strong chance that you're open to leaving the football club. In fact, there could be something in the pipeline that you already know about. So there could be something for Gyökeres in the summer, but Sporting Lisbon don't want that to happen after the amount of goals that he has scored, the amount of assists that he has got. I mean, either way, Sporting Lisbon have benefited from this deal. They've benefited from his GA this season, and they're also going to benefit from a nice financial profit. A nice financial profit. Let me just actually clarify how much Sporting Lisbon paid for this Don. I keep thinking it's 15 million euros. I keep thinking it's 15 million euros. Let's have a look here. All right, so it's taking bare long, man. This thing's on some joke. Can someone just tell me what the exact price was? But listen, they're making a significant amount of profit regardless, and that's what they're doing. So I honestly think Sporting Lisbon probably will cash in. They will cash in and let this guy go, but it's gonna obviously be an astronomical fee. You know, 60 million, whatever that case is going to be, but it's gonna be mad. So let's see if Arsenal are going to be in the race, and then not only are Arsenal in the race, but then you've also got Atletico Madrid. They're also monitoring the situation of the player. They want to get a deal done with Victor Gyökeres. Bro, this is going to be a tug of war for this player. You know that, isn't it? It's going to be a tug of war. This ain't going to be an easy deal to get done for Arsenal. Arsenal needed to pounce on him when he played for Coventry. Wax, have Coventry benefited from this deal? Maybe if they had a percentage on how much Sporting sell him for, then yeah, Coventry are going to make a nice amount of money. I'm just waiting for this thing to load because it should actually give me information about Gyökeres' contract. So Gyökeres is only earning 46,000 euros per week. Let me open these contracts up. So this is a website with his actual contracts. So 5-year deal. How much was he bought for? Let's put this on the screen. This is actual contract. So Gyökeres' contract. Let me get these fraudulent Nike adverts off the screen. It's not obviously his contracts, but you know, it's just the basis of his contracts. His contract there. No, it's just the basis of his fucking contracts. But I'm trying to see how much it was worth. And this is trying to tell me how much he earns, bro. I don't really care about how much he earns. All I do know is teams are interested, bro. Teams are interested. So it's gonna be a difficult race for Arsenal. They should have really pounced on this one when he was at Coventry. Quickly switching over, we've got this fraud, Eddie Nketiah. Fabrizio Romano confirms the future of Eddie Nketiah at Arsenal is up in the air, as there is a real possibility that the player will leave the Emirates Stadium this summer. Eddie Nketiah could be used to make way for a new striker, which is one of the priorities in the summer for Arsenal. Nketiah's situation is very open, but there is nothing concrete yet. And that's what Fabrizio Romano said to Court Offside. So let's see what happens with that one, man. Eddie Nketiah, it's inevitable, isn't it, really? It's inevitable. But let's see what happens. Another young player, we were talking about young players just a minute ago, and I know we're a bit off topic for this one, but I'm going to quickly bring it back to it. Is this guy, Chido Obi Martin. Yeah, young player, 16 years old, is scoring goals for fun. For the under 18s, I think he's playing for at the moment. But he says, listen, he wants to stay at Arsenal for a very, very long time, man. A very, very long time. He doesn't want to go anywhere. And this is really good news for us because I'm telling you now, there are some good young academy players, some really good young academy players, man. And we need to make sure we're making it happen with these players. And this guy, Martin, Obi Martin, Man scored 10 goals in one game the other day. Well, not the other day, probably about 3-4 months ago. Crazy. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, and Man United are all keen on Rodrigo, and Real Madrid could be persuaded to negotiate if they receive an offer of 85 million plus. It is quite a lot of money. Rodrigo would be a fantastic signing for Arsenal. I don't know who he comes in and replaces, but he definitely comes in to replace someone. It might have to be Martinelli. It might have to be Saka. No, I don't see that happening. Anyway, let's switch over to the main topics of discussion. We've got two players that I want to talk about in this stream, ladies and gentlemen. Morgan Gibbs White and Manu Kone. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Do subscribe. We should be well over 50 likes now. Let's achieve over 100. Let's hit the 100 like mark now, ladies and gentlemen. We are also on the road to 19,000 subscribers. We are only about 30 subscribers away. 30 subscribers until we hit that 19,000 mark. I need every single one of you that are watching that are not subscribed to subscribe right now, ladies and gentlemen. Please show your boy some love. And then we'll be on the road to 20,000. That definitely has to be achieved, well overachieved by the time we get to the summer. By the time we get to the summer, we should be at least halfway to 30K. I got a feeling this summer is going to be a big summer for Arsenal and for content creators on YouTube as well, especially people like myself. I just have a good feeling about this summer. I don't know why. So, but I should always have a good feeling, isn't it, really? So make sure you're subscribing, hitting the like buttons, all of that type of stuff. But yeah, Arsenal are being linked with Morgan Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I like this guy, to be quite fair. I think this would be a good replacement for ESR, someone that can play the 8, the 10 role. You know, he's a captain as well. He's been captain for Nottingham Forest this season. A really good player, man. Really good player. He's played with ESR in the past. Only 24. I think he was younger than that. Hold on, bear with me for 1 second, guys. Babe. All right, see you later. Yeah, so only 24 years old. I actually thought he was younger than 24. I thought he was younger. Rodrigo is better than Saka. If he isn't worth 85 million, then Saka shouldn't be worth 100 million. Who said he wasn't worth 85 million? It's a lot of money. Rodrigo is definitely worth 85 million, 100 million. That's the conversation that has to be had, and the figures that have to be had around that type of player. You can't be like 50, 60 million. No way. No way. Can't be signing Declan Rice for 100 million and then think that Rodrigo is going to come any cheaper than that. You know, then way there. I don't feel bad for Eddie. He held us to that 100K a week contract, or he would have left. So now we've got to sell him. Sorry, man. Sometimes I misread what people say in their comments. I think it's typos, a lot of typos. No, if Partey leaves, then we should sign Havertz for the 8 and a striker. Yeah, Havertz is going to come at a big price as well, man. Very, very big price. You're looking at maybe about 75 million, 80 million as well. With the way Bundesliga, the way Bayern Leverkusen have played so far this season as well, it's like all of their values have just skyrocketed. Can you imagine how much Bayern Leverkusen are going to get off Granit Xhaka at 32 years old? You really think that they're going to lose money on Granit Xhaka? If someone come in, if they wanted to sell Granit Xhaka right now at Bayern Leverkusen, they could sell Granit Xhaka for about 30 million. That's a profit for them. We sold Granit Xhaka to them for what, 20 mil? 20 mil? They can sell Granit Xhaka for about 30 million, especially to another team in the Bundesliga, like a Borussia Mönchengladbach, the team that we actually signed Granit Xhaka from. They would take him for 30 mil. Are you mad? Of course they would. Pep said he would take the England job. Big up Bermuda Guna. Let him take it. I mean, I don't think I'll ever be invested in England. I just don't think, or any international team, if that. I just don't think I would be. You know, I just don't know what it is. International football has never really inspired me, blood. It's never really excited me. It's never done any of that, you know. But tell a lie, you know, if Pep was the manager of England, you probably would have to watch it, innit, just to see the type of football that England's playing. And obviously, if England are in the Euros and in World Cup, then of course you're going to be watching that. I mean, there are competitions that I'm going to watch. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm a fucking football man, innit? But I'm just not invested in international football like that. But anyway, we got my guy Naga, man. He says, would take Ezzy over Morgan. ESR rep, just my take. Yeah, I mean, Ezzy, I'll take Ezzy over Morgan. I mean, oh, it's interesting, man. It's actually interesting. I like Morgan. You know why I like Morgan Gibbs White? I've actually signed him on Football Manager before and turned him into one of the best number 10s on the game. That was like 2-3 years ago. And you know what I like about him in real life? I like the fact that he's got a lot of flair. He's very, very versatile, so he can play literally all over. I'm pretty sure he's both footed as well. He's good at taking free kicks. He's a leader. He can be a captain. He's got a lot of skill. He's got the technique, the ball control. Like, bro, he's got it all. He's actually a very, very good player. He's a very, very good player. You know, he's actually a very, very good player. He played for Tottenham, so this would be sick if we could sign Morgan Gibbs White. I'm pretty sure he come from the Tottenham Academy. He did, didn't he? Of course he did. Of course he did. He definitely come through that Tottenham Academy. If we can sign him, yeah, he definitely did. There you go. If we can sign him, that'll be a sick rub in the face, blood. A little slap in the face, shall I say, for Tottenham. Grab him, bring him to the Emirates, turn him into a real Arsenal fan, go to White Hart Lane, get Morgan Gibbs White to slap bare penalties past him like he was Harry Kane. You know them way there. But yeah, he come from the Tottenham Academy. They're keeping tabs on him as well, though. Let me just double check that he did come from the Tottenham Academy, didn't he, bruv? Sure he did. Anyway. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I was thinking he did. He definitely did come through that academy. He definitely did. He did. Yeah, he won the championship with the England under-21s with ESR last season. With ESR last season, he won the championship, didn't he? Under-21s. I think it was the Under-21s World Cup. Was it Under-21s World Cup? Or just Under-21s? No, it was that World Cup. It was that it's that European competition that they've got now. Sounds like some rugby thing. What's it called again? I don't even know what it's called. All right, let's look at the headlines surrounding Morgan Gibbs White to Arsenal, because there's a lot of talk suggesting that Arsenal are interested. We've got this one here: Arsenal monitoring that Morgan Gibbs White at Nottingham Forest may consider selling the 24-year-old to obviously balance their books due to that FFP problem that they face at this moment in time. Not only them, but there's so many problems. There was another article published by the Daily Star, and they're basically saying, if we switch over here, according to exclusive information, AJ Woods, 15, he says Arsenal are monitoring Morgan Gibbs White, 24 years old, while Nottingham Forest are considering taking advantage of selling their players to achieve financial balance. It is understood that Arsenal are now monitoring his availability with interest, and he has been included on the team's shortlist. So that's interesting. If we switch over to Google and see what Google are telling us, more or less the kind of the same stuff, really. We're just going to quickly click on the news. We've got Tottenham scouts closely watching the player. Arsenal consider the player, and so on and so forth. So yeah, man. I mean, good. Morgan Gibbs White for me. I'm signing him. I like him. 30 million quid. I reckon that's what we can get him for, cheap as chips. So I'm all for it, blood. I'm all for it. He never played for New Tottenham. I'm sure he come through the Tottenham Academy. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not saying he played for Tottenham. Let me double check this now. I know he played for Wolves. Because I used to sign him from Wolves on Football Manager. I know that. I used to sign this Don. I like him. Pretty sure he come from the Tottenham Academy, though. Let me look, man. Let me look. Someone probably might do it before me. Imagine it said it was. Imagine he was an Arsenal don. Imagine he was an Arsenal don. You know, Arsenal always get rid of these guys from early. Imagine he was an Arsenal don. Yeah, this is taking time. All right, so career. Oh, yeah. I'm saying because I can just slap this computer right now, bro. I'm just trying to scroll down. I'm not trying to scroll up. I'm trying to scroll down. Nah, you're right. It come through Wolves. All right. I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. You know, I think I might have been thinking about what's that guy's name? Dane Scarlett. I think I'm thinking about that guy, Dane Scarlett. He's a Tottenham don. And there's someone else as well. There's another mixed race don. I think he's a striker, actually. Maybe I was getting him wrong. He look, it says here he come from the Wolves Academy. Big him up. Either way, he needs to come over to the Emirates. I'm taking him, homegrown reasons. Not only that, but also due to the quality of the player as well. And I think this would be a significant improvement on ESR. This is the player that people think ESR is, but unfortunately ESR isn't that. Dean Scarlett. Yeah, it's Dane. It's not even Dean. It's definitely Dane. D-A-N-E. I know someone that knows him. Dane Scarlett. He's going to be a good player, though. There's a lot of potential there. If we can't sign Havertz, the Morgan Gibbs White for 30 million, that's a bargain. Yes, sign him. There we go. Vlahovic, Gyökeres, Toney, Watkins, Solanke, Oder. I would take all of these strikers. Big up Ace. Naga says, my dream signing for the summer is Toney, Eze, De Jong, Kimmich, De Ligt, Theo Hernandez, loan out Fabio Vieira for a season. I pray for Savage. I pray Milinkovic-Savic terminates his contract at Saudi, and we get him on a free. That's a long list of players, boy. That's a squad overhaul. That is definitely a squad overhaul. But Morgan Gibbs White for me is definitely a yes. I am taking Morgan Gibbs White, and I think this is a deal that Arsenal could be looking at. Hopefully, it is a deal that Arsenal are looking at. All right, last main topic is this one, and it's Manu Kone being linked with a move to Arsenal. And look, I can't say that I take the publication seriously whatsoever. I don't take it seriously whatsoever. However, I do take the player seriously. I think the player is a fantastic player. This is someone that will change the dynamics of our midfield. Him and Declan Rice in midfield is generational. It's a partnership that can live on for at least another 6 to 8 years, bro. Especially if Arsenal become that team, that Real Madrid. You see, this could be Cruz and Modric. You know, the partnership, the longevity of that partnership, how long that partnership has stood the test of time. It's been a very, very long time, blood. I know Casemiro's been in there. They've had other players in there. But those two players, the relationship that those players had, you know, when you can put Cruz and Modric together, they're cooking regardless. Yeah? You don't even need to put a real number 6 in behind these guys. With this done, him and Declan Rice give you the same output, give you the same quality, whereby they're two players that are good on the ball, good off the ball, good in the transition, both good defenders, both good offensively. I think Manu Kone could be better offensively than Declan Rice. I think he might be able to score more goals than Declan Rice. He'll probably find himself in better positions in the 18-yard box than Declan Rice, you know? But then again, he will offer you the same type of qualities as Thomas Partey, you know, press resistance, getting himself out of tight spaces, great passes of the ball, being able to pick up passes, switch play. You know what I mean? This is a guy that would want to sign. However, can I say the people that are talking about this, the people that are published this, are they reliable? No, I can't say they are. I can't say they are. Forest signed Gibbs for 42 million. He'll not be cheap. Well, Forest have financial difficulties, my friend, and they have to obviously sell players in order to balance out their books. So they can't haggle. In a position that Nottingham Forest find themselves in, they can't haggle. They have to sell. They have to sell. The only way they can really haggle and have a good chance of haggling is if they've got 3, 4, 5, 6 teams all coming to the race saying, actually, we're willing to put this money on the table. Because if you've got 6 man willing to put money on the table, then you can haggle. There's 2 man. If there's 2 buyers, 3 buyers at max, it's a bit difficult for you to haggle. It's a bit difficult. And in the position that you find yourselves in as a football club, it's just about getting rid of a Don and getting the money so we can balance the books and move on. You know, them way there. Nottingham Forest has got a big owner as well. He's got a lot of money. So as the moment they sort out this FFP thing, Nottingham Forest will be fine. As long as they don't get relegated and they sort out the FFP, they'll be fine. They'll be able to go again next season, sell some players, balance it out with 1 or 2 new players. They've got they've got a decent foundation which they need to build on. They've got a decent manager that's got Premier League experience. I don't think it's going to be that bad for Nottingham Forest. However, right now we can take advantage of their situation, and I think we can get him for about 30 million. Even if we pay them the 42 million back that they paid for him. I agree. We need a striker like Vlahovic. Then not him. I'm taking Gyökeres and not Toney. I don't want Toney. And that's Nataro. Big up Nataro in the building. Big up Micah. I see you, man. Nothing but love and respect to you. Much appreciate you all the time. Each and every time. I'm taking Rodrigo and Kimmich or Milenkovic Savic. 110%, man. I'm taking those players as well. Look at that, bruv. I need sleep. I actually do need some sleep, man. Late nights last night, drinking, vibes in, Cali, all of that. Come home, stayed up till bare late, woke up bare early this morning, and I think I'm going to hit the sack again. My partner's gone out. She's going to be out all day. So, you know, she's going to go and have iftar with her family and that. I'm good. I'm going to be at home by myself. I think I'm going to snooze for a lot of the day, to be quite fair. I'm actually meant to go and see my mum today as well, man. Big up the mumsy. How about we swap with Nuno Tavares? He's on loan. Oh yeah. But you know what? I don't think Nottingham Forest want Nuno Tavares. I don't think they want him. They don't like him. Nuno Santo doesn't appreciate him. They fully don't appreciate him. But nor do we. He's not good enough. He's not good enough, is he? So what is there to appreciate, man? What is there to appreciate? Big up all the real ones. Naga, thank you ever so much for the support, as always, man. We appreciate you. Big up every single real one in the building. Make sure we are hitting the like button. If you've got any more comments, do get them in now. Anyone got any questions, anything they want to say that we've spoken about, anything that you quickly want to say, and I will read it out. I've got 2 minutes. I want to eat some food, and I'm probably going to have a nap for the rest of this afternoon, to be quite fair. Give me Toney, please. Listen, I think I'm like most of the guys now. I'm not feeling Toney anymore. I don't want Toney at Arsenal. Sorry, I don't want him at Arsenal, man. He's just not. He isn't the mold for Arsenal. He isn't the mold. He isn't that guy that we need. He's not it. He's not it. I have said in the past that he is it. I'm a contradicting myself right now. I do know, but I'm just changing my opinion. I've been, looking at his play since he's been back from this ban. Before the ban, I was all for it. Before the ban, I was gassing Ivan Toney up, all of that. But now I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, ladies and gentlemen. I think Ivan Toney should stay where he is. The best bet for Ivan Toney probably would go and replace Isak at Newcastle, because Isak probably will leave. If Isak leaves, go Newcastle. If he doesn't, go West Ham. Go somewhere like that. Chelsea, perhaps. I don't know. Not Arsenal. Not Ivan Toney to Arsenal. Sorry. Like I said, before he's banned, I was more optimistic. I saw what he'd done back-to-back seasons in the Premier League since he's been here. I was like, yeah, this is the guy. But since he's been back, obviously could be a bit rusty, but since he's been back, I've watched his play, looked at what he's done for Brentford. Yeah, he's been scoring goals, back-to-back goals, blah, blah, blah. But I'm still about his overall play. I just don't think he's that done for Arsenal, blood. We need guys that can run. Ivan Toney can't run. Ivan Toney doesn't look like a runner. He can't run. He can move. He's got movement, but he ain't a runner. He ain't got that type of speed that we need. Like, and then we don't even necessarily need a striker with speed, but he's not a runner. He's a walker. He likes to walk a bit. He likes to walk too much. So leave Ivan Toney over there. Yeah, leave him over there. We're happy over here. Yeah, we'll deal with Kai Havertz. I'll deal with Kai Havertz. Big up to Mina. She says, can you make me a mod? I can if you follow me on Twitter and send me your URL. Micah agrees. He says Toney is not what we need. Absolutely. Big up Richard James. He says Tavares is the first choice left back at Forest when fit. Oh, is he? Maybe I got it wrong then. Maybe I got it wrong. Whack, stop it. Ivan is a Don. No, he's a Don. He is a Don. No, he is a Don. I'm not saying that he's not a Don. I'm not saying that he's not a Don. But what I am saying is I don't think he's the guy for Arsenal. That's what I'm saying. Toney walks on the field a lot. Exactly, Wax. Bro, I see it. I've seen it recently. It's like he's not in sync with the actual transition of everything at Brentford and the movement, the attacking phase. He's just, no, he's just not in. He's not in it. He's not in it. He scores goals. Yeah, I hear all that. He scores from outside the box. I hear all that. But you know, when you look at the movement of the players at Arsenal Football Club, the movement is on point, blood. The players have got a lot of energy. The players ain't walking. The players are running. Yeah. He's a Don at Brentford, but he won't be a Don at Arsenal, and that's what it is. I think that will be a fact, you know. I think that will be a fact. I think he'll score goals, don't get it twisted, but I think we'll be a bit underwhelmed with his overall playing style. I think we'll be underwhelmed with his overall playing style. And we'll see the differences, man. We'll see the differences, I'm telling you. But big up Ivan Toney, man. Big him up. Big him up. Wax, Arteta's style of training. Our players are now very, very fit. Toney doesn't look like that type of player. Exactly, man. He won't cope. He won't cope. He won't cope. He won't cope. We need young and energetic. We need young and energetic. And I know in the past and recently I've said, listen, get some older players, experienced players. There's still guys out there that are older, experienced, that have got a lot of physicality. However, when you're talking about Ivan Toney and the role that you would want him to play, not having the speed, it'd be like having Lacazette all over again. He's way too pedestrian. Bro, it'll be like, you know, remember when Lacazette was dropping up DM? Lacazette was doing up number 6. That's what Ivan Toney would do at Arsenal. Ivan Toney would bring back that Lacazette style of play again. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. He runs like my dad. I keep saying it. I know you have. I've seen you in the chat saying that he runs like your dad, fam. There you go. Ivan Toney's an old man. He's old man. He's Lacazette 2.0. He's the English version of Lacazette, blood. The English version. English version. And again, Lacazette will get you goals. Ivan Toney will get you goals. But in terms of our style, our build-up, our link-up, our attacking phases, and how we work in those moments, Ivan Toney's not our guy, blood. He's not our guy. Wax, do you think Spurs' first 11 is better than Arsenal's? No. No. Do you think that, though? You asked that question to me as an Arsenal fan, as if you think that Tottenham's starting 11 is better than Arsenal's. Man is trying it. Listen, there are a few players in that Tottenham 11 that I would probably look at and say, I might bring you in. Kulusevski, Son, obviously. I'll even take Destiny Udogie. Pause. I would also take him as a left back. I'll take him over Zinchenko. And I'll take him over Kivior. He gets stuck in. He's physical. Blood, I've been bit, blood, on my flipping finger, man. It's itching like mad. But anyway, guys. No, Spurs are below Arsenal starting 11. That's what I'm saying. Alex, what are you telling us? I ain't seen you respond, blood. You're asking me. Well, what is your opinion on that? What is your opinion, bro? Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. Think about it. And the reason why I asked is because it's a big thing on Twitter, but I only know the answer. I just want to hear it from the man with the facts. No, man, our starting 11 is better than theirs, man. Our starting 11 is definitely better than theirs. And they have probably got 1 or 2 players in their team that could get into a combined 11. Like, maybe like 2 of their team, 2 of their players, 3 of their players even. But that's about it. Their goalkeeper is not better than ours. Pedro Porro is definitely not better than Ben White. You Doggy, I'll put again. He probably gets in for me. You Doggy, what a name! I don't even want to see that name. A lot of Tottenham fans are saying their starting 11 online is better. Big up Yardman Jamaica. Listen, these men are delusional. When can you ever take a Tottenham fan's opinion seriously, blood? Never. They support Tottenham, for fuck's sake. How did they support Tottenham in the first place? They must have been that delusional to even support them unless they live in Tottenham. And then even in the man in Tottenham that ride for Tottenham itself, they made a sensible decision and said, no, actually, I support Arsenal, blood. Come on, man. You Doggy, what a name. Exactly. It's crazy. Crazy names. Don't know what fucking was going on there. Tottenham fans are embarrassment. Exactly, man. They're embarrassment to the league. They think because David Dean brought them in, let's have it right, yeah? Man, who's got the minerals? What's that guy's name again? Johnny Minerals. Is it Johnny Minerals? Is his name again? I forgot, man. Let's have it right, yeah? David Dean brought Tottenham in, yeah? We brought you, man, in, blood. And because we brought you in into this Premier League conversation, you, man, think you're one of the biggest teams in the Premier League. Delusion. That's what I'm saying. That's where the delusion comes from. The delusion comes from David Dean actually bringing them in and saying, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Come in. Come in, bruv. We just need your votes. We just need your votes. But just get in here. Get in here. And now they think their votes count. They made their votes count now. Your votes no longer count. They don't count anymore, boys. Get out of here. I mean, that's their dream. That's their expectation. Tottenham fans' expectation for every single season is to finish above Arsenal. That's all they care about, blood. Minerals FC. Yes. Minerals FC. Arsenal will smash Everton 12-0. When the hell do we play Everton? Man's doing some wild predictions. All right, cool, man. Big up everyone in the building. I appreciate you. I'm wrapping this up now, man. I gave you almost an hour and a half, and it is Sunday. I am tired. I'm sure you can tell, bro. But make sure we're hitting the like button. We will be back again tomorrow morning, as we usually are, with that daily waffle, blood, that brunch in the morning, waffles and eggs, and all of that. Might be soup tomorrow, whatever. Could be whatever we want it to be. Yeah. I need to have a coffee, blood. I feel super duper tired. Hit the like button. Big up all the real ones. Big up Alex. Big up Tamina. Big up Naga. Big up Nataro. Big up DX Electronics. Big up A. Come on, man. Big up all the guys I can see at the bottom of the building. Big up FJT. Yardman. Come on. Yardman Jamaica. Mika. Come on. All right, guys. Hit the like button before you leave. And make sure you join me later on. Not later on. Tomorrow morning. Sleep. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.